Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got.
Hello everyone from Japan. Today we're in Japan, in Okinawa. I'm going to be making some videos here in Okinawa, and I'm going to post them out here, so stand by for that on the next week. Today I wanted to make a video on my tattoo aftercare and healing process. Since the last video that I made on my tattoo and how I made it, the process of getting the tattoo done and the different sessions, I received some messages of people asking me, hey, how did it heal? Did it heal well? What do you use to take care of your tattoo? So that's what this video is about. A couple of things we're gonna go over. One is the healing process on what the tattoo looks like, different stages of the healing process. And number two is aftercare. What do I use for aftercare to care for my tattoo, my new tattoo, and on a daily basis? How often do I do it on week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4? By the time you get to week 4, for the most part, my tattoo is fully healed. One thing on this video is that I am no tattoo expert. I just got a sleeve and I got another tattoo here. No expert. I am not a tattooer. This is just my healing process, the products that I use, and how I apply it that works for me. Is it going to work for you? I don't know. Just that I'm just giving you this information because some of you asked for it. The best thing you can do is ask your tattooer what the best thing is to care for your tattoo. Without further ado, here he goes. All right, today is day number 9, and you can see how dry it is. I just woke up this morning, and this is what the tattoo looks like. Very dry, flaky, small scabs out there, but it's not infected. It's not red. Or anything like that. That means that you're taking care of it. This is perfectly normal, and it happened with every piece of my entire sleeve. So again, not uncommon. See how bright the colors are on the parts of the sleeve that were done over a month ago. They used to look like this during the healing process, and it's normal. What I would expect is that by day 14, 15, the flakiness and dryness would dramatically decrease, and you would see you see the top layer of the skin being replaced by a new layer of the skin. This part right here is not as dry, and I think that is pretty fact, and I know it's because this part doesn't get moisturized that well. And the reason why is because when I sit on a couch, I sit like this, or when I work, I sit like this, or when I lay in the bed, I rest my arm like this, and it makes contact with the sheets, and the sheets absorb the lotion, and therefore it doesn't get as much lubrication. So what I do is that I lubricate, I clean it with antibacterial soap, and then lubricate it with Lubriderm twice a day. Once in the morning when I wake up, and normally at night, a couple hours before I go to bed. And I do a couple of hours because I want to make sure that I don't lay in the bed right away as soon as I put the Lubriderm, because again, I want to make sure that the skin gets exposed to as much, especially this part right here, as much lubricant as possible. Yeah, I had the same problem with this part of the tattoo. The black portion right here is under my armpit right there, and I had the same problem. It was the last piece, the last part of the tattoo to heal in comparison with everything else, for the same reason. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I do, how I wash it with antibacterial soap, and then how I lubricate it. All right, today is day 12 of the healing process here. You can see that on the top, a lot of the dry skin and scabs that were in that side right there, they're already gone, and the rest of the tattoo, it's peeling pretty well, the way I would expect it to, doing well. So yeah, this is day 12. So here, and then I would expect in day 14, 15 for all the dry skin to fall off. There you go, and look more like this part right here, this blue right here. So again, day 12. This is what it looks like. Okay, today is day 13 since I got this part of the tattoo colored. Day 13, you see that it's very flaky, but the flakes are disappearing now. There are some spots, little spots on the top. It's a little drier, more flakier on the bottom, just because the way I explained earlier, when I put lotion there and I rest my arm on a chair or on the bed when I sleep, the sheets and the couch absorb a lot of the lotion, so it doesn't get as well lubricated as the top part right here. But see, everything's healing well and it's peeling well. Make sure that you don't pick on those scabs, you don't peel it yourself. Let it fall naturally. Okay, here's the second part of the tattoo that was done also, that was colored. This one looks better because I can moisturize it and leave the lotion there for longer periods of time, and it's not as flaky for that reason. But both of them are healing well. Day 13. All right, I'll see you tomorrow and I'll show you tomorrow again. And today is day 14. You can see that the peeling is almost gone. Just a couple spots there that are left, but it is almost gone. Day 14. I would expect all the peeling to be gone, maybe to the little parts right there. Be gone maybe in about 2-3 days. And there you go. At this point, I pretty much stop washing it with antibacterial soap. You can if you want to, but at this point I stop and I start using the Dove body wash. And here we are, day 16. See, there's some minor spots that still need to peel off right here at the bottom, and that's because when I put lotion there and I rest my arm either in an armrest on the couch or I lay on the bed, the sheets or the couch, they absorbed the lotion, so it gets less lubricated than the other areas. They're already fully healed. See that right there? But I would expect this to be gone in the next 2-3 days. And then here's the other part, all fully healed. My hair is starting to grow, but I'm not gonna shave it yet. I'm gonna wait until everything is fully healed, you know, and this is falling off by itself. So, all right, so this is what I use. Antibacterial soap, unscented. And this is what I use, Aqua 4. All right, I used that for the first week, the first 7 days. And during the first week, I wash it with antibacterial soap and I apply a thin layer of Aqua 4 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once at night before going to bed. After the second week, I switch. I stop using Aqua 4. And the reason why is because your tattoo is going to start feeling and looking more flaky. And applying, you see, Aqua 4 is a lot thicker, right? When you apply Aqua 4, you're actually, I noticed that I'm peeling off the dry skin, and I don't want to do that. I want it to fall naturally. So on week 2, I wash twice a day instead of 3 times a day. Once in the morning when I wake up, and once at night, a couple hours before going to bed. And after I wash it with antibacterial soap, I apply Lubriderm. Lubriderm is a lot thinner and easier to apply. You don't have to like press hard on the skin to get a nice thin layer. Again, if you're going to use Lubriderm, make sure you use fragrance free. You don't want to use any kind of fragrance. So I start with a water. If you've gotten a tattoo before, you know that hot water on a tattoo that's healing, it actually hurts. It burns. It burns more than normal. So you want to have I like to turn on the cold water and just a little bit of warm water so it's not freezing, right? And then just pour and pat the water in there, get it wet, and get a couple of pumps of antibacterial soap, and just gently just rub it in. Yeah, just gently rub it in. Now you just want to make sure that you keep your tattoo clean and it doesn't get infected. And so that's what this does, right? And I do this, for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Gently apply it to the area where you were tattooed. This area too. I got this flower done too in the last session. I'm actually not pressing hard, just gently gliding my hands over my arm. And just rinse it out. Just let the water run. Let the water run down the arm. Once I'm done washing it, clean towel, and just pat it. During week 1, I actually don't use towel to pat it dry. I use a soft paper towel. But once I go to week 2, I start using the towel. Just pat it dry, gently. Don't rub it. You don't want to rub it. Just because you don't want to. You want the dry skin to fall off naturally. Do not pull. And this has been my routine every time I go for a new session. Then get the Lubriderm, Not a lot, just very, very little. You want to apply a thin layer of lubricant. So, see how it's a little thick right here? First, I'm actually going to spread it through my arm. I don't want all of that lotion to stay on the dry section because I want a thin layer there. Again, thin. If you apply a thick layer of lotion, what you're doing is closing the pores, and you don't let your pores breathe. Okay, so it's not gonna heal right. You can get you could get an infection. You could get pimples. So there you go. Spread it throughout, and that's the thin layer applied. And I'm going to do the same thing for this part right here. Just a little bit. Gently apply it, and I'll work it in there. And spread it. You don't want the thick layer of again, just like the other part, you don't want a thick layer of lotion in there. Thin layer, nice and thin. And voila, that's it. See there? See that right there? And right there. So on week 3, that's when I stopped using the antibacterial soap. That's just me, okay? I stopped using it because your skin has already been replaced. The tattoo is almost fully healed, and it's a matter of keeping it moisturized with thin layer of Lubriderm. In my routine, so I lubricate it. Instead of washing it, I just lubricate it twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, a couple of nights going to bed. That's on week 3. Another thing, so taking a shower. During the first week, I always wash the portion of the tattoo that I got done with antibacterial soap. And the rest of my body, I use this right here, unscented Dove for sensitive skin. And the reason why I use that is because when you take a shower, you just can't help but to get some of the soap that you use on the tattoo. And if I'm going to get any of it, it's going to be unscented, just to make sure that it doesn't irritate it or anything like that. When I get to week 3, that's when I stop using this soap in the shower. Also, I don't use this in the shower for the tattoo. I start using this right here. But make sure you don't exfoliate. Your tattoo is still healing. The skin is sensitive, so make sure you don't exfoliate until after a month. That's what I do. Like a month after I go for my session, then I feel comfortable with exfoliating my skin, but you don't have to. So again, the 4 products that I use for Aftercare: antibacterial soap, Aquaphor, Lubriderm, and Dove sensitive skin for shower. Everything unscented. Unscented. Can't say that enough. Once your tattoo is fully healed in a month and a half, depending on your skin, everybody heals a little bit differently. Once it's fully healed, then I can stop using this. I feel comfortable that my skin layer is replaced, everything's fully healed, kind of like this part right here. So I actually stopped using this, and I start using my regular body wash. So anyway, that's it. These are the 4 products I use for after tattoo aftercare. One last thing I'd like to point out is sun. If you've gotten a tattoo before, you know that when it's healing, just like when you apply not even hot water, warm water to it, it actually burns because it's so sensitive. It's an open wound.
It also burns when you walk out in the street and expose your tattoo to direct sunlight, whether it's hot or not. I've experienced this in the winter too. So it actually burns. Once your tattoo is fully healed, not before, but once it's fully healed, then I start using this right here, Neutrogena 100 plus, and I put it on my tattoo. You want to keep the colors vibrant, right? You don't want to get a tan on your tattoo, because there's skin breaks right here, which is my regular skin color, and the darker it looks, now the waves are not contrasting well enough as it would with my regular skin tone. So I use this once my tattoo is fully healed. So that's the 5 products I use for Aftercare. If you have any questions, hit me up. I am no tattoo expert. Everybody heals at a different rate. This is how I heal and how I care for my tattoo. Are there better ways to do it? Maybe, perhaps. I'm sure there is. I don't know it all. This is what works for me, and it's working well. So I'm sticking to it. And I just wanted to share with you guys. The best thing you can do, and the best advice for tattoo aftercare and healing comes from your tattoo artist. So make sure that, especially if it's your first tattoo, make sure you talk to the tattooer and ask him how you should care for your skin. Anyway, again, hope you found this informative. It helped me out. I hope it helps you out. Drop a comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.